I'm Phoenix Wright, and I've been given an unacceptably rude welcome by Damon Gann.
Now, Righto.
Ah, he's right here!
We literally did trespass in his office.
Okay. I'm Phoenix Wright, and I was given an acceptably rude welcome by Damon Gann.
There you go.
It seems that case isn't over with yet, after all.
What do you mean?
Chief Gant denied our request to search the crime scene. That means there must be a reason he doesn't want us looking around in there. Maybe like it's his private office.
Maybe so.
You mean like a clue?
There's got to be a way we can get inside the chief's office.
Blue's
Like
Clue.
personal property?
The clue of the laws of trespassing?
This is a public building, therefore I have the right to be here.
Yeah, in the lobby, not in people's office.
Hey, pal!
Our boy.
Detective Gumshoe, aren't you supposed to be in a meeting? I'm, just taking a breather. My feet hurt.
From sitting so long?
No,
His
from
knees
kicking
hurt.
ass! Actually, from serving everyone coffee.
Oh.
Sounds like Detective Gumshoe's still out of the loop. Say, have either of you seen Mr. Edgeworth? Edgeworth? No. Why do you ask? He's under fire from both the police department and the prosecutor's office. It's almost like the battles between you two in court, but with a lot less erotic tension.
Thank God.
That sounds serious.
Is it because of what my sister said?
That's basically what it all boils down to. That falsified evidence 2 years ago. Now Mr. Edgeworth has the whole world after his blood. What?
Yikes.
That's it. Yikes. Edgeworth's crisis.
Oh no.
I feel like you could say this about him every day.
Mood.
But why would Edgeworth be blamed? It's not like he knew the evidence was forged. Lana Skye is the guilty party here, isn't she? Regardless, a prosecutor is responsible for the evidence they present in court. Not only that, but as you know, there have been a lot of rumors going around about Mr. Edgeworth. His amazing talent as a prosecutor's kept him safe from those who don't like him. But now, with this,
Are there really so many people who hate him?
in our world, only those with talent rise to the top. Mr. Edgeworth not only has that, but he's young. There's no better recipe I know of for making enemies. Also, he's mean as hell.
Being young and hot really gets people.
Hey, Dick! Keep up the good work!
Yes, sir! Oh no. Like,
According to this man.
he is neither young nor talented, so he has no enemies.
Oh no.
He's pretty young. I guess he's 30, but let's go out for lunch again sometime. My treat!
I'm not saying he's old, but I am saying that's the joke they're making here.
Oh.
That he has no enemies. And so therefore he is not talented.
I don't think it's funny because I didn't get it.
Yes, sir!
You gotta take me back to that joint sometime, okay, Dick?
Yes, sir! It seems you don't have any problems with enemies. Yeah, well, I'm careful not to stick out. Anyway, I'm a bit worried about him. Under all this pressure, I'm afraid Mr. Edgeworth just might crack. Actually, I took a look at the file earlier, while the coffee was brewing. He seems genuinely concerned for Edgeworth. Well, did you find out anything? The only evidence Dark left behind was during his final attack. His final attack? You mean... when he killed Prosecutor Marshall, who was trying to protect some girl.
Me.
It seems Detective Gumshoe never realized Emma was the girl. Why is he laughing? That's when he left the most incriminating evidence of all.
Well, what was it?
Oh, let's see. I think it had something to do with the murder weapon. Oh, I forget. Look, it's all written somewhere in here, okay? His powers of recollection never fail to impress.
Maybe we should show him the murder weapon. It might jog his memory.
Holds Gumshoe at knife point. What do you know?
Jesus.
Joe Dark was 42 at the time of the crime. He was just your run-of-the-mill businessman. Except, you know, murder. A businessman? What made him take to serial killing? One day on his way home from work, he hit someone with his car.
With his car? So it was an accident?
An accident, yes, but it transformed him into an animal.
An animal?
He killed a man that witnessed the accident. Then he killed a lady who saw the second crime. A kid walked by just then, so he killed him too. Then, when he was burying the bodies, a jogger came upon the scene and was killed as well. Finally, he turned himself in. Seems he was a pretty careless animal. Of course, this is all conjecture. There wasn't a single shred of evidence. So, he turned himself in. Isn't that evidence? Yes, but in the middle of his questioning, he fled and murdered his final victim. Prosecutor Marshall.
Like evidence.
Yeah. That crime was witnessed by someone too, but luckily Dark was arrested on the spot. It's a good thing that last witness wasn't killed. That last witness? AKA Emma. Let's show him the murder weapon. About this. Hey, is that... It has a tag attached to it with the label SL Mine Incident on it. I believe this would be the broken murder weapon you were speaking of. What are you doing with that? Ever since that case was closed, that knife's been locked away in a locker. What, Sarah?
What do you have?
No! I shouldn't
The
have
evidence.
asked. No!
Thank you.
On the day Detective Goodman was murdered, this suddenly disappeared from the locker. And was found in Mr. Edgeworth's car muffler.
He does have his coat on here, so apparently Marshall was just a dedicated cosplayer. That's it! Now I remember what that incriminating piece of evidence was. When you showed me that knife, it all came back to me. Okay.
Well, what is it, Detective? Quick, before you forget again.
What if we went to talk to him and he forgot again? This knife, it was Joe Dark's, wasn't it? That's right. We traced it back to the store he bought it at. Plus, it had his fingerprints on it too.
But no one actually witnessed him using it to murder anyone, right?
That's where his luck ran out. When you take a good look at the knife, you'll see it's broken.
You don't have to take a good look to notice that.
Yeah, well, anyway. Take a guess where the broken off tip of the knife was found. That's what did him in.
Where was it?
The victim, Neil Marshall, was carrying it inside his own body.
That's not... That's a
What?
way to phrase it. He was carrying it in his body.
You know, just holding it. For a friend. It was found deep inside the stab wound. Did it match Dark's knife? You bet. Down to the last fiber.
That's pretty conclusive.
You're updating a lot of evidence. Well, there you have it in a nutshell. That's all I know. Can I ask you one more thing?
No.
What is it? If it's money you need, you should ask Chief Gant. Do I just
okay.
look like I need money? It's not money, but it does concern the chief. His office is a crime scene, right? It's where Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered.
The chief's out now, and his office is locked. But we'd like to have a look around if that's okay.
Well, any detective's ID card can unlock the door.
What? Really?
But if I let a civilian in there, I'd be charged with breach of trust.
Breach of trust?
Simply put, I'd be canned.
Aw.
Oh,
Can't they just use Goodman's?
sorry, pal.
Yeah.
That's probably where this is going.
I don't plan on getting fired because of you.
How do you plan on getting fired?
Sheer incompetence.
How about this ID card? It was Detective Goodman's.
That won't work either. The data was deleted the day he died.
Damn. Oh. Well,
So,
shit.
in other words, Gumshoe is our only chance of getting into that office.
I wonder if there's something we could show him that would make him change his mind.
Here, look at this. Now lose your job so that I can look in it.
What can we show Gumshoe to change his mind?
This is more important than your livelihood.
Maybe
You don't need to
the
pay your rent. You don't need to pay for food.
Which photo?
The photo from his office. I don't know.
Let me share a little advice with you as a detective. If
Uh-oh.
you don't have a clue, keep your trap shut.
Noted.
I'll, keep that in mind. Sheesh. My
The
inventory.
Blue Badger.
I don't know if this will convince him, but... This guy almost made us lose the case today. What are you talking about? He was guarding the bloodstain on that evidence locker with his life. Oh my god. That's more than you can say about most officers nowadays.
It would have saved us a lot of trouble if he hadn't guarded it so well.
I have to admit he's right, though. Thanks to the Blue Badger, we were able to prove another possibility today. The possibility that another murder took place prior to 5:15 p.m. Well, that wasn't it, but it was good. Huh.
So, I mean, I guess we need something that shows that Gant is suspicious, or something that, like, convinces Gumshoe to like us.
Yeah, I think this is the only thing we have with Gant in it, and he did not care about it. I mean, I guess this has Gant's name in it as the investigator, but he read these, so he knows.
Yeah. Like, look, there's an executive on this sheet. What if it's Gant? This doesn't.
Maybe.
I mean, there's no consequences,
Yeah.
right? Besides
Yeah.
wasted time.
Yeah.
That's the ID card record, isn't it? Yes. There is only one number left to investigate at 4:20 p.m. The victim, Detective Goodman, must have entered the evidence room along with someone else. Someone with an executive officer number. 777777777.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's 17 too many, Detective.
Got him.
An executive officer. I just might have a hunch.
Well,
Old school wrong.
Did that unlock anything? No. Also,
good
no.
for the check.
I do appreciate both Phoenix and Edgeworth being like, that is not correct. According to the number of sevens.
I messed up.
I do not know how to convince him.
I mean, I guess we could try the case file. I don't know.
This one? Or
Yeah.
The one, the SL9.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, I just feel like he's already seen it, but
I don't have any other ideas.
I've been studying up on those files with a capital F. There's nothing wrong with Mr. Edgeworth's presentation. To think people are accusing him of injustice. I, for one, ain't buying it, pal.
I'm telling you, you need to present Edgeworth. That's what needs to happen.
You're looking into the case for Mr. Edgeworth?
Yeah, it was a pretty big deal when it was going on, you know. After all, a serial killer was on the loose. But Lana was pretty clear in her confession. She forged evidence in order to prove Joe Dark guilty. That wasn't it. But I am enjoying all this bonus Gumshoe dialogue. Okay, is it, like, maybe it's this vase? Because we can see it in the picture. So we know it's in Gant's
Maybe.
office. But I could
That
also
actually
be a
would
big
make
liar.
sense.
About that jar. I think I've seen it before
Promising.
somewhere. Somewhere? Or maybe it's one of those memories people have from previous lives. What?
You know.
This must be the most uninformative detective I've ever met. Something about it makes me feel uneasy. It's like I'm in the chief's office and he's yelling at me.
Well, it's
Chief
Francis'
Gant?
office, so that would make sense.
Where could I have seen that before? God damn it. Alright,
Maybe
I was
now
wrong.
we can present the picture?
Maybe?
I feel like it can't hurt.
Nope.
Damn it.
Bad. Keep your trap
Maybe-
shut.
Maybe you present the...
Mm.
No.
The what?
We'd already presented the picture, so I was like, what if you present the picture and then the jar? But we'd already presented the picture, so if we
Yeah.
don't present
Yeah.
the jar, it doesn't, yeah.
Well, I guess I was
Doesn't
just
add up.
wrong.
We could just...
Present everything. Oh, I'm an attorney. You should let me into the office.
I think he's gonna tell us again that you showed that to me every time we meet.
Well, maybe we do.
Detective, here is my attorney's badge. You show this to me every time we meet, pal.
All right.
I love it.
Yes. This ID card belongs to the victim. Bruce Goodman. No. You can do just about anything these days with a card and a secret number. Scary. It's only scary because you keep dropping your card, Detective Gumshoe. I forget my secret number a lot too. I'm scared of myself. But I'm me after all. And what could be wrong with that? I think I'll stay out of this conversation. What? What is he even talking about, like, half the time? I can't believe Officer Marshall would do something like that.
You know Officer Marshall?
Of course I do. He was like a mentor to me. What? When I first started out, he even gave me a small cactus.
Oh, that's actually really cute. Really?
He said, Dick, she'll listen to all your troubles.
Note to self. Detective Gumshoe talks to a cactus.
Don't make fun of him for talking to plants.
Hard to believe he's just a patrolman now. Someone ought to trade places with him. What? Why are you looking at me like that? No. No locker can be opened without a fingerprint match. Besides, there's no reason for the murderer to touch his own locker.
Hey, wasn't your locker the one with blood on it, Detective?
The handprint of the real murderer's gloved hand, without any fingerprints. Shh! If they come to arrest me, you'll defend me, won't ya? If that happens, I think you'll do better pleading with Edgeworth.
Ooh.
Oh my god. Oh, a lost item report, huh?
Very impressive, Detective. You knew what it was right off the bat.
Uh-oh.
Well, I am a master of misplacement, you know.
Oh.
Master. That has such a cool ring to it.
The way I see it, if things are meant to be lost, then they're meant to be lost. There's a higher power at work here.
ADHD icon Dick Gumshoe.
Wow, a higher power.
Maybe I shouldn't let Emma hold any evidence. I wonder if Edgeworth is back yet. It's just gonna be like, no.
There he is. It looks like he's writing something.
Dear Diary. What are you doing here?
I was writing in my diary. Surprise me.
He sure was quick to throw that paper on the floor.
On the floor?
Writing it. It's on the floor! You can see it when his sprite goes away.
Yeah.
I was just writing a love letter to you. Wait, fuck.
Tough day in court, huh? I've had to live the past 2 years with rumors flying around. What's another allegation to me?
Cheer up, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm rooting for you.
That's Edgeworth for you. Always trying to hide his real feelings.
Unnecessary feelings.
So, what do you want? Unlike some people, I don't have all day. There's no excuse for what I've done. 2 years ago, I used false evidence to obtain a guilty verdict. That's what it all breaks down to, and nothing I do can erase that fact. But you didn't know, did you? I mean, that the evidence was falsified. The police department and the prosecutor's office share a bond of trust. If that bond is broken, we stand to lose everything. The police department's error is my error, my responsibility as the prosecutor in charge. That fact remains the same no matter what excuses I might have.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Stop being so dang angsty. I take pride in my work. So tell me why. Why has it all come to this? No!
Ain't nothing but a heartache.
Even Edgeworth can't keep this kind of emotion bottled up.
Oh.
Oh. Are you up for the trial tomorrow? First last year's trial, and now this one. It seems all you do is worry about me.
It was 2 months ago!
To be honest, you're getting on my nerves. God damn it! You can't follow up with, it seems all you do is worry about me with, you're getting on my nerves.
He's like, deflect, 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 deflect!
Quick, say something mean! Shit! Too mean!
But Mr. Edgeworth, you can't just walk out on the trial.
Tomorrow is the last day. It's too late to change prosecutors. I'll bet that's what my superiors are banking on. I never thought that case would come back to haunt me like this. What do you mean? The list of evidence. It seems too short. Most lists run twice as long.
Like ours?
Yeah. It's only half as long as most lists. That's odd. I'm carrying 25 pieces of evidence in my pockets. After Neil Marshall was murdered, I became prosecutor for that case. I may not have been part of the investigation, but I knew what I had to do. Use the evidence I was given to prove the suspect guilty. That was really the only thing on my mind at the time.
Say, we just saw a picture taken around that time.
That picture. Something seemed strange about it. Now, I sure wonder if something could be strange about that picture. Could you tell us again about what happened that day? The day Detective Goodman was murdered? You were participating in a ceremony over at the station, right? I've never cared for ceremonies, but I had to attend that one.
Because you were awarded this?
Literally, I love how he's touchy about it, and they take every single opportunity to shove it in his face.
Good.
Those receiving awards can't exactly skip out on the ceremony.
Would be rude.
Finished up at the office in the morning, then drove over to the police department. I mean, he could, but also everyone already hates him, so... You finished up at the office? Yes, just odds and ends. Clerical stuff. I didn't plan on returning to the office that day. That is, until I was asked to take something back.
Take something back?
This.
Oh yeah, Chief Gant asked you to hold on to that, didn't he?
Yes. It was a piece of evidence in a case that was closed half a year ago. He asked me to bring it back to the prosecutor's office. That's the story we heard yesterday. So you came back here to the prosecutor's office because the chief asked you to? That's right. Have anything to show this man? Actually, I guess we should look at his paper.
Staring.
Crumpled in a ball!
I wonder what he was writing before?
Come on, Mr. Wright. Let's take a look.
Just while he's
Fucking
here.
walks over and picks it up.
Are you crazy? Edgeworth is sitting right there.
Like, I can hear you two talking.
Just distract him. I'll check it out.
They're doing that thing in Psych where they're like, sidebar, and then they whisper with their back, like, directly to the person.
Yeah.
Hey, Edgeworth.
He's like
God.
leaning across the desk.
Is that Detective Gumshoe out the window there? Oh no, he's falling to the ground!
That's the best excuse ever.
Hold on. First, let me see what this girl's doing crawling around my feet.
Wow. That is the most straightforward call out I have ever heard.
Edgeworth is having none of your shit today.
Oh my god. He didn't even look.
What? Letter of...
If you're having trouble reading, I'll read it for you. It says letter of resignation. Resignation? Edgeworth, you don't mean... I'm tired, right? I feel as if something inside me has died.
But Mr. Edgeworth, none of it is your fault.
I know the path I've walked. You don't need to tell me. And the path I've walked hasn't been a just one. I can't forgive myself for what I've done. And no one else should forgive me either.
Oh, poor guy.
Uh-oh, I think he's serious. What? No, he just like crumples it up and he's like, just kidding.
JK, Wright. Mr. Wright, please, you have to do something. This
letter of resignation. I wonder if I can use it for anything? Phoenix, what the fuck?
Well, he's gonna show it to Gumshoe, but seriously?
Edgeworth's discarded letter of resignation. He's serious. Well, I'm sad.
Well, shit.
I'm just sad.
Let's look at the Steel Samurai and not be sad.
I think it's gonna say the same thing as before. Yeah.
My. What an amazing bouquet. Just right for Mr. Edgeworth.
No kidding. Hey, there's a... Oh god, we're gonna have to see Wendy. Oh no.
To be or not to be,
To
Wendy.
be or not to be.
Oh god.
Was this the... Oh wait.
The message that was there yesterday?
Was this the same message that was there yesterday? What? What?
My. No,
To be or not to be.
God.
Good advice for... As
a giant steel samurai. Wow, I want one.
There's
as a
some...
resident Hamlet aficionado.
To every cloud, there is a silver lining. God damn it!
That's the same message that was there yesterday?
That's creepy. Does she send him a steel samurai every day?
I think it's just the card.
Oh, but that was the one on his foot.
I don't know.
I don't know. This is a terrible mystery.